5 on your side at 10.
A tragic end to the search for a missing mother as the father of her children sits in jail. Tonight, her family turns from seeking answers to seeking justice.
I really want him to pay for what he did.
The Weather First team continues a weather alert with more snow showers tonight and early Friday. Will we see issues for the morning commute?
And reversing course. After a week of backlash, Black history and Black literature are back in the curriculum in Francis Howell schools, but with changes. We begin tonight in weather alert. Another round of wet snow now falling on St. Louis. Good evening. I'm Brent Solomon. Mike and Kelly have the night off. We are keeping an eye on the roads for you as some areas could see some light accumulations overnight. Let's get straight over to meteorologist Jim Castillo with the latest on your Weather First forecast. Jim.
Yeah, and Brent, this time around, a lot of the area could see up to an inch of snow, but we could even see some pockets of 1.5 to 2 inches. Right now, though, at Lambert, it's 35 degrees, and you can see the snow falling. It has been for hours. I even saw a few flakes around the city at about 7:40 p.m., and now there's some good snow showers around. So we're watching that temperature. Look at Gasconade County, though. As we look at the Doppler weather radar, you can see some darker blue areas in all of Gasconade County, also Montgomery County, and then now in western portions of Franklin County and Warren County. That's where you could see some burst of snow, and that accumulation has been spotted even around Quincy, Illinois, on the grassy surfaces and also the elevated surfaces. So we could very well see that tonight. Look at the temperatures up to the north of St. Louis, Greene County, 33 degrees, and then we get to Montgomery and also, well, a large part of the area just north of St. Louis near freezing. And then we're about 34 North County to the St. Charles area. So we'll watch that temperature tonight, and all that banding of snow is still headed our way. I'll detail a little bit more on this and when it comes to an end coming up in just a few minutes. All
right, Jim, we'll see you then. We have our storm tracker out tonight, keeping an eye on road conditions for you. Photojournalist Don Galloway is driving eastbound on I-64 headed towards downtown. Right now, the roads are wet. IDOT deployed its fleet of trucks about an hour ago, and they will be out overnight. Earlier today, crews treated bridges and roadways. MoDOT crews have been out since yesterday and will continue to be out through tomorrow. Remember, you can get the latest Weather First forecast any time of day. Text the word weather to 314-425-5355 and we'll send it to your phone. You can also get the latest on the forecast and road conditions tomorrow morning on Today in St. Louis. That begins at 4 a.m. Tonight, the search for a missing Florissant mother is over. Authorities found Markeisha Williams' body in northern Illinois today. The discovery comes just 24 hours after prosecutors announced murder charges against her ex-boyfriend. 5 on your side's Robert Townsend talked with Williams' family shortly after they learned this tragic news. So what are they telling you, Robert?
Brent, Markeisha Williams' worried family just wanted her found. Now this afternoon, the painful discovery came as they were looking for their loved one. On a chilly December morning, family members, friends, and volunteers gathered at Mount Bethel Church in North St. Louis, not for a service, but for a search.
From Illinois, North City, around O'Fallon Parks, just checking parks and still in alleys, abandoned buildings.
They also fanned out again across fields and railroad tracks, desperately looking for 29-year-old Markeisha Williams. Police say her ex-boyfriend, Trenton Ivy, confessed to killing her during a fight and disposing her body. Their 4 children range from 2 to 11 years old.
She was really sweet, and mothering was what she loved.
Her family says on December 20th, Williams and Ivy were seen in this surveillance video dropping off their baby boy at a daycare in North St. Louis. When Williams never picked up her children from her mom's that night, her family reported her missing.
I'm just thinking, is she in the river? Is she in some house?
A few hours after they started searching Thursday, heart-wrenching news quickly spread. Illinois State Police found Williams' body near Chicago.
I am so relieved and so happy because I was just thinking Well, just thinking that we would never find her, I couldn't sleep.
Marquisha's devastated dad and sister couldn't say a word after hearing about the discovery.
I'm glad that she was found, and we can now put her to rest. You know, we can give her the proper service that she deserves, because I really want him to pay for what he did.
Those children without a mother is just a tragedy. My heart goes out to the family.
Illinois State Police say they're not releasing any more details at this time to protect the integrity of this investigation. Ivy is still being held without bond in a Wisconsin jail.
Robert Townsend reporting tonight. Well, this St. Louis man is charged in the murder of his girlfriend inside of her Velda City home. Investigators say Robert Murray called police and told them he shot 36-year-old Nicole Coleman 4 times. The shooting happened just before 10 last night on Lexington Avenue. Officers say they found a mop and other items used to try to clean up the crime. After a week of backlash, Francis Howell school leaders now say Black Studies classes will return next school year, but there will be changes in how those classes are taught. Our Laura Bacheski caught up with students and parents at a discussion hosted by the NAACP just hours after the announcement.
The Francis Howell Board of Education voted last week to remove Black literature and history electives because of, quote, a controversial standard. This move upset students and inspired a petition that garnered more than 3,000 signatures.
I think it's unbelievable for them to discredit my history and everyone else's, teach all these other things about history, but, discredit us and choose not to show what we have or what has happened or what is happening now, matter of fact.
On Thursday, the school board president and superintendent released a joint statement saying the classes would return next school year and students can sign up for them in January. But, quote, we are confident in our academic team's ability to bring forth a curriculum that's rigorous and largely politically neutral.
And I would just like to know what they mean by non-political, because race as an idea itself, it has to do with your skin color, and I don't understand how that's political.
Parents and students are hopeful but not confident the board will keep its word because of its track record.
And so they're just, kind of trying to chip away at all the things that unite us.
St. Charles County NAACP President Sabrina Looney says the resolution against racism and the classes were a connected step forward.
It was to heal wounds in this district in particular. 10 years ago, when they had students from Normandy come over here, there were a lot of things that happened and a lot of hurt was caused. And in their efforts to try to bring that connection together and reunite the community, they put that resolution in place and they put these classes in place. And now with this new board's decision to remove them, it has ripped the Band-Aid back off.
Reporting in St. Charles, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
And school leaders say the current curriculum will stay in place until the end of the current school year. Well, in less than 9 hours, a 2-day nurses' strike at St. Louis University Hospital will come to an end. But the nurses stopped picketing earlier tonight. The union and SSM Health have been in contract negotiations since May. Nurses want the hospital to stop outsourcing jobs and focus on recruiting and retaining staff. SSM says it has been bargaining in good faith, and the walkout did not affect patient care.
This 5 on your side Cotton Bowl coverage is sponsored by Holland Injury Law.
Well, Missouri Tiger fans have taken over Arlington, Texas. We are getting closer to game time when Mizzou will take on Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl Classic. Mercedes McKay spent the day catching up with fans.
Let's go, Mizzou! Let's go, Mizzou! Let's go, Mizzou! Come on!
Black and gold has taken over the Lone Star State as Missouri Tigers from all over showed up and showed out to cheer on their team.
So it's been a blast this year. They've had our hearts since the beginning.
A season that started out questionable and has come full circle on the big stage.
I'm so excited that we're getting to play a blue blood and show we belong on the national level.
That national level appearance brought fans from all over, from Colorado to Chicago to every part of Missouri, an experience every true son and daughter couldn't pass up.
I got 3 noise complaints this year in my apartment from strictly from Mizzou games, so it was an amazing year.
The festivities started with an annual tradition for the Cotton Bowl to get fans fired up for the game. The Goodyear Huddle Up Fan Fest had everything from interactive games to even a Truman the Tiger statue completely made of tires.
There's all kinds of people around from both universities here to support their teams. Doesn't get much better than that.
But maybe what does get better than that? A battle of the bands between Ohio State and marching Mizzou, with many proud Tiger parents watching from the side.
It's been a joy watching our kid go there and be able to perform with the marching band as well.
But the real star of the show, who every fan couldn't stop talking about.
Eli Drinkowitz has just turned the tide, and everybody is so pro Mizzou, and it's well deserved, and it's about time.
The jam-packed day ended with Missouri Tiger fans attending the Cotton Bowl Live here at the Texas Live. You can see black and gold just covers up Texas Live right now. The fun will only continue here tomorrow before game day on Friday. In Arlington, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Well, we have team coverage from Arlington all week. Later in sports, Frank Cusimano will have more from the Mizzou head coach on the key to beating Ohio State.